He called together from among the people all the chief priests and teachers of the law, and asked them where the Christ would be born. 5 In Bethlehem of Judea. 92. They answered him, for this is what the prophet has written. Herod was troubled, but remembered that there was a prophecy. He remembered that God was going to send the Messiah. Therefore, he asked where the Christ the Messiah was to be born. And interestingly, the priests and teachers of the law did not have to do intensive research. It even seems that they had the prophecy memorized. They quoted Micah when they said, 6 But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you will come a prince who will be the shepherd of my people Israel. Micah 5. 2. 7 Then Herod secretly called the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. 8 He sent them to Bethlehem and said to them, Go and find out about that child, and as soon as you find him, tell me so that I too can go and worship him. Matthew 2. 3-8. Do you think Herod really wanted to worship the new king? If you've heard the story, you know that he didn't really want to worship him. In fact, he was hatching a plan to kill him because he didn't want to lose his power from him. He didn't want to give up even a bit of the adoration he believed he received from his country. He was even willing to kill all the children under 2 years old in Bethlehem. Matthew 2. 16. Let's follow the story. After hearing the king, they continued on their way, and it happened that the star that they had seen rising went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. 10 When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. 11 When they came to the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. They opened their chests and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh. Matthew 2. 9-11. Here we have a great difference between the wise men and King Herod. They really wanted to find the baby king to worship him. And that was what they did. When they arrived at the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him and then presented him gifts. Matthew 2. 11. The sequence of events is important. First, they prostrated themselves before Jesus, then they worshipped him. And then they presented him with gifts. The wise men they fell down before Jesus. The Greek word translated they fell down is full of meaning. It's the same word used to describe when you drop dead. For example, Acts 5:5 says that Ananias fell dead. It is the same Greek term pepto. From Matthew 2 when the wise men bowed down before Jesus. The term also refers to the physical activity of showing reverence or paying homage. When the wise men prostrated themselves before Jesus, they showed that they had recognized his position before the king. With the sincere act of prostrating themselves, they put to death any selfish ambition. They truly recognized Jesus as the King of Kings. Likewise, we need to recognize Jesus as the King of our lives. In other words, we have to put to death the thought